Hello students, we are going to start with the relational operators. Now relational and logical operators play a very important role in programming. Now relational operator, it establishes the relationship between right hand side with left hand side operand. Like if I write A is greater than B or A is less than B. So A and B, the relationships are established by making use of relational operators. Now these relational operators are basically used for condition checking. Like suppose you want to check whether the inputted number is odd or even. So we will write num mod 2 double equals to 0 under the if condition. So this will check whether the number is completely divided by 2 and it is returning 0 or not. If it is, then it is a true value, else it is a false value. It means that for any condition only two values are derived, that is true and false, and these are called as Boolean values. So relational operator returns Boolean type values true or false. True when the condition is returning true value, it means it is correct. False when the condition is returning false value. Now these are your relational operators. In this relational operator, you will be aware of all these, but the important is like your less than, greater than. This is less than equal to and greater than equal to. Now this is used to check for two conditions. Like if I write A is greater than equal to B and A is your 10 and B is suppose 5, and after each iteration A is decreased by 1. So for the first time A is greater than B, yes. Then it will become 9, A is greater than B, yes. Then it will become 8, 7, 6. 6 is greater than 5, yes. Then again it becomes 5. So A is now 5. After decreasing 1 from 10 it has reached to 5. Now 5 is greater than B? No. But 5 is equal to B? Yes. So since there are two conditions checked, so it will get one more chance to go and do the iteration. So this is the difference between greater than and greater than equal to. If there is no equal to, then when A is 5 and B is 5, that time the condition would have returned false. But because of this equal to, we are getting one more chance to run the loop. Next is your equal to. This is equal to operator. It checks whether both the side values are equal or not. It is a very common question of board. State the difference between equal to and equals to. Now this is assignment operator. It is in your maths we say equal to, but actually it is a assignment operator. It assigns the value to the operand. Like we can say A is having a value of 5. But if I write A double equals to 5, then it will check whether A is having the value of 5 or not. Suppose we change the value and make it as 150. At this time it will return false because A is having a value of 150 and whereas this side is 5. So 150 is not equal to 5. It will return false. Suppose this side also if I write 150, then it will return true because 150 is equal to 150. So whenever we have to check whether both the conditions are true or not, then we go with equal to. Like I have given you a program of palindrome numbers. In palindrome numbers, you have to reverse the number. So after reversing, you are comparing the value with temp, that is a variable which is stored. Now in this, both are if equal, then we say it is a palindrome number. So it is also very much in use for programming. Next is not equal to. Not equal to is just reverse. If it is not equal to, then it returns true. Like if I say a equals to 50 and a is not equal to 50, and here it will return false, because suppose a is 50, 50 is equal to 50, it is returning true, but not true, it will return false. This is important to understand. It not just reverse the values. A is 50 and a double equals to 50, this returns true, but when we write not a double equals to 50, it returns or it reverses the true to false, because true and false, there are only two boolean data types, so either true will be changed to false or false will be changed to true. There is no other things. Next is the logical operators. Now logical operators play very important role. Using relational operator, we can check only one condition one at a time. But when we have to check two or more than two conditions under one if, we go with logical operators. Logical operator is used to connect two or more than two conditions using the relational operators. And it also returns the boolean values true and false. Logical operators are basically and, or, and not. According to order of precedency, now this is again a board question which you have to pay attention. According to order of precedency, not is having the higher precedency, then and then or. One year it is given to arrange it according to their precedency order. So always remember, not is having the highest precedency among these three, then and then or. So in order to understand and, or, and not, it is very important that you must have the idea of relational operators. Now let us discuss your logical and, or, and not. We first go with logical and. Logical and is denoted by 2 ampersand. So always remember, if 2 ampersands are together, then only it is a logical and. So if A is greater than B and A is greater than C, if both are returning true, then only it will return true. If A is greater than B is returning true and A is greater than C is returning false, then the condition will return false. And or, this is the major difference. In or, either both are false, then it will return false, or if both are true or any one is true, if it is false, it is true, or this is true, this is false, in any all these conditions it returns true. And this is a sign of logical or. Always remember, whenever the range programming is done, like providing the grade to the student who has scored 80 and above with A plus, 60 to 80 with A, such type of programs we go with and, logical and. And whenever the programming, like if you want to continue, press Y to yes, and if you don't want to continue, press N, such type of program we go with or, because from the keyboard user will press Y, maybe in capital or maybe in small. Never both can be true in this condition. So such type of program always goes with logical OR. Next is your logical NOT. It means reverse. Like if A is greater than B is returning true, then not A greater than B will return false. Not false will return true. Now 5, not 5 will return -5. So not can be represented either by the exclamation mark, by a tilde or by an apostrophe. Like we can write A apostrophe, it means that it is not A. So we can again go and see the logical AND. If any one of the condition is returning false, it will return false. And if both are returning true, it will return true. In logical OR, when both are true or any one is true, if it will return true. If both are false, it will return false. In order to make it more clear, we need to see a 0-1 table. That is, it will also help you to understand the bitwise operators. 0 and 1 are the two bits. I hope you all understand this. The computer works on bits. 0 stands for no and 1 stands for yes. So suppose we consider that A and B are the two components. Components means there are two conditions under A and B. For the first condition, both the conditions are returning false. So both are having 0, 0. If we use logical AND, then it will return 0. And if OR also, it will return 0. If we see 0, 1, it means A is returning false and B is returning 1. It means true. Then A ampersand B is 0. A and B is 0. That means it is returning false. And A or B is 1. That means it will return true. If 1, 0, if A is returning true and B is returning false, then also AND will return false, but OR will return true. And when both are true, AND will return true and OR will return true. So this is very clear with this table that AND returns true when both the conditions are true. And OR returns true when either of the one or both are true. Based on this, we see bitwise operator. Bitwise operator works with bit. It is not an addition. It works on bits. Like bitwise AND. A single ampersand is denoting bitwise AND. When we put double ampersand, it returns logical AND. This is a major difference that we have to pay attention. Bitwise OR, single pipe. If there is double pipe, two pipes, then it is logical OR. And bitwise NOT is an explanation. So we see one here. If it is asked to perform bitwise ANDing upon the two binary numbers. So we will not do